Good morning to all of you.
Good morning. Welcome, Professor Ketty. Hello, Professor. Professor Ketty.
Invite all the dignitaries to come to the dais. Sir, Honorable Vice Chancellor Sir, Professor V.D. Jha, Professor R.K. Sharma ji, Sri Rakesh Diwan ji, our Dean Professor V. Tripathi Sir, Professor Alok Srotia, and the convener of this organizing secretary of the seminar, Dr. Mohanlal Chadar ji. I welcome you all on the occasion of the 2-day national seminar on the theme Land and Water Resources Management System in Central India, organized by the Department of Engineering History, Culture and Archaeology. First of all, I would like to request Honorable Vice Chancellor Sir, Indira Gandhi National Tribal University, to light the ceremonial lamp and pay the floral tribute to Goddess Saraswati. I would also request Professor V.D. Jha, Professor R.K. Sharma Sir, Sri Rakesh Diwan, Professor V. Tripathi and Professor Alok Srotia to kindly join the auspicious act. Sir.
जय 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 हे वीरा पाणी शिव कल्याणी मातु भवानी शिव कल्याणी वेदों ने भी महिमा न जानी जय 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 हे वीरा पाणी जय 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 हे वीणा पाणी आज स्वरों के दीप जला दे आदि स्वरों के दीप जला दे रोम रोम संगीत जगा दे जय 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 हे वीणा पाणी जय 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 हे वीणा पाणी बोलत घुंघरू बाज पयलिया बोलत घुंघरू बाज पयलिया झूम रही है सारी नगरिया जय 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 हे वीणा पाणी जय 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 हे वीणा पाणी शिव कल्याणी मातु भवानी जय हे वीणा पाणी जय 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 हे वीणा पाणी जय 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 हे वीणा पाणी
We now accord you floral welcome to our esteemed guest. First of all, I would like to request Dr. Mohanlal Chadar, the organizing secretary of this national. I request Professor Bosla. I request Dr. Niti Jain, the Head Department of Economics. Now I request Dr. Anupam Sharma, the Head Department of Political Science, to welcome Sri Rakesh Diwan with garland and shawl. I would like to request Dr. Rakesh Singh, Associate Professor, Department of History, to welcome Professor Vyomkesh Tripathi, the Dean, Faculty of Social Science, and the Director of the seminar with garland. Now I request Dr. Devendra Kumar Singh, Assistant Professor, Department of History, to welcome. And last but not the least, I would request Dr. Harit Meena. And now, opening the doors to this enriching two-day session, I would like to request Professor Alok Srautria, the Head Department of Ancient Indian History, Culture and Archaeology, and also the convener of the seminar, to extend his welcome.
Professor R.K. Sharma sir, respected Shri Rakesh Diwan ji, Professor Vyomkesh Tripathi ji, Dr. Mohan Lal Chadha, Dr. Vinay Kumar, all the esteemed delegates, guests, Executive Council members, Deans of the faculties, heads of the departments, officers and staff members of Indira Gandhi National Tribal University, media persons and my dear students. On behalf of the organizing committee, I have the honor and the pleasure to extend our warm welcome to you all on this happy occasion today. The Department of Ancient Indian History, Culture and Archaeology is organizing its first national seminar. The Department of Ancient Indian History, Culture, Archaeology and past and present. We can gain insight for future betterment with the help of past experiences. In this regard, the seminar will cover all issues related to land and water resources management with special reference to Central Indian region. I am sure that the scholarly discussions in this seminar will explore important aspects from earliest time to the contemporary period to bring out fruitful recommendations for the management of land and water resources in Central India. First of all, I would like to extend a heartfelt welcome to our Vice Chancellor sir and Chairman of today's function, Professor T.V. Kattimani sir, who has blessed us with his support and encouragement. His support and guidance has given us strength to hold this seminar. I also know your good self for humanistic approach to our problems and once again deem it privilege to extend you a warm welcome, sir. We have the honor of having a historian and archaeologist, Professor V.D. Jha, former Ravindranath Tagore Professor and Head of the Department of Ancient Indian History, Culture and Archaeology, Dr. Hari Singh Gaur University, Sagar. I feel myself fortunate enough because I had an opportunity to work with Professor Jha in Sagar for more than 10 years in department and in the field. We welcome you, sir, in Indira Gandhi National Tribal University in this seminar. I have great pleasure in welcoming Professor R.K. Sharma, who is a senior most scholar of Central Indian history. Every scholar who started his research in Central India, in the first place concerned his book मध्य प्रदेश और छत्तीसगढ़ के पुरातत्व का संदर्भ ग्रंथ and Encyclopedia of Art, Archaeology and Literature in Central India. We welcome you, sir. I am especially pleased to welcome Shri Rakesh Diwan ji, who is pioneer in the water conservation works in Central India. I am sure, sir, with your presence, we will be able to get some concrete results in the land and water resource management of Central India. I welcome you, sir. I am especially grateful to our Dean, Professor Vyomkesh Tripathi, who has given all his guidance, support and encouragement to organize this event. I welcome you, sir. I welcome my esteemed delegates, participants and guests who have come from different parts of India. I welcome you all. We are trying our best to make your stay here as comfortable as possible. It will be our pious endeavor to make your stay hassle-free and fruitful. I welcome our Executive Council members, Deans of the faculties, Heads of the departments, esteemed teachers, officers and staff members, media persons and students. अंत में आप सभी का पुनः हार्दिक अभिनंदन एवं स्वागत करता हूँ।
Esteemed Vice Chancellor IJNTU, Professor Kattimudi, our revered guest, Professor V.D. Jha, will be giving us his address in the seminar, keynote address. A very respected senior academician, Professor Sharma. Then we have today a very expertise in the field, a person who is a very expert in the field, who has done a human service for India and particularly for Central India, Mr. Diwan, Deans of the faculties, as of the departments, my teachers, friends, media. Most important person in this seminar is the participants and my student friends. It is indeed today a day of pleasure for us, because this is the first seminar we are organizing for the Department of Ancient Indian History, Culture and Archaeology. As the convener of the seminar spoke, we had some objectives in our IJNTU Act. One of the objectives is to focus on art, culture, tradition, society, economy, and document other indigenous knowledge of the tribes. Taking this clue from our objectives, we have thought that this seminar, which is a very pertinent one, because as you know today, whenever we read a newspaper, we come across there is some problems regarding land, problems regarding water. But then, as a student of history, I like to tell you that no civilization in the world has flourished without resource management. No civilization in the world has flourished without resource management. The formation of state, whenever we want a formation of state, resource is the most important thing. And in this context, land and water plays a very important role. As a student of archaeology, I can tell you that from the time of the prehistoric period, when you look into prehistoric period, we have specimen of Paleolithic culture, Mesolithic culture, Neolithic culture, Megalithic culture, then and we have specimen of rock art. But then you see how the ancient people has seen that the maximum utilization of land and water was done at that time. Coming to the Indus Valley Civilization, we have read in Indus Valley Civilization that the Indus people know how to see the resources were used in a most benefited way. We have a long examples coming from water technology. We have a number of excavations undertaken in India where we see that water was harnessed for dams, for embankments, for ritual purposes, for irrigation purposes. For example, I can quote you one. There is a place called Kalimangan in Rajasthan, where we have an agricultural field datable to 3000 BC. So that means from the starting of the Neolithic period, we have reference to the land management. Of course, then we should not forget the tribes. Tribes have their own methods of land management, indigenous method of land management. Maybe individual, maybe community land, maybe land of this forest, but then the tribes have their own way. Coming to the water, I must tell you that unless water was harvested or water was utilized, many historians tell us that Indus Valley declined because they could not have their water resources under control. And this is one of the factors for the decline of Indus Valley civilization. Coming to the early historical period, we have an abundance of evidences in literature, in the epigraphs. I can quote you one. Kotole Arthashastra provides a long pages how we'll harness our land and water resources. I will quote one inscription, of course. My teachers are there, Professor Sharma, Professor Jha. They can correct me. We have in Junagadh rock inscription, and this Junagadh rock inscription, it was of the 4th century BC. It was the 4th century BC, and it was told that at that time the founder of the Maurya dynasty, Chandragupta Maurya, constructed a big dam and embankment and placed in Junagadh. Today you know that Gujarat does not have so much rainfall. The same thing was happening before 2000 years also. But very interestingly, the same embankment was reconstructed in the time of Shaka ruler Rudradaman in 2nd century BC. And again it was reconstructed in the time of a Gupta period called Skanda Gupta in 5th century AD. What I mean to tell you that the construction of dams and embankments for irrigation purpose was a continuous thing from the very starting period, from the beginning of the Neolithic period up to early historical period. Coming to south, you go to south, you have plenty of references in Pandyan literature, in Chola literature, in Pallava literature about the tanks, water reservoirs, associated temple or for irrigation. In fact, you know that there is only one inscription in India, in South India, that is from Chola dynasty, which states that there is a village committee to look after all the tanks. So this is very, very important information we quote from various literary and archaeological sources. Of course, coming to the medieval period, we have seen there are a number of dynasties like state of Hyderabad, state of Mysore. These princely states, they saw that for the benefit of the people, they have harnessed the water resource. They have harnessed the water resource. The same thing comes out of this land resource system. You know, if we see the pages of the history of India, if we go through the inscription, we have different types of land systems, like Bhumi Chidra land system of fallow land, westland. Then Agrahara, kings used to call the Brahmins, not the Brahmins, those were educated people, those who can provide the knowledge to the people. They were given separate land, that's called Agraharas. Then there are type of land, Brahmadaya, given to a temple. So there are a number of references to the management of temples, how lands were provided, and same thing continued in the British period. But friend, please know that after the coming of the British period, the British have their own rules and regulations about land revenue, land regulation, forest regulation, and water regulation. And in fact, most of the travel resistance movement started because of the encroachment of land and water by the British. At the same time, I must tell you